Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host, JJ48, and tonight we are continuing with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So, you might recall last time we had finished Tatooine. We made, if not peace, at least a sort of a ceasefire between the Sand People and the workers at Anchorhead. And here we are back on Dantooine, having returned Sasha to her family, and we told what's his name, John, that we dealt the Mandalorian raiders. So, having to decide where to go next, and from looking at the guides, I wanted to confirm something, and this game is set up where you can kind of go to any of the planets in any order. So I don't know if the encounters scale with the planets. Like if you're higher level on one, it'll make it a little bit harder. If you're lower level, it'll make it a little bit easier. But they don't have a set order that you have to go to. And most of the recommended orders I saw were based on wanting to do stuff as fast as possible and saying, well, if you go to this planet first, you'll have to backtrack and come back here later if you're trying to get everything. Personally, I'm not too concerned about backtracking. If we backtrack, we backtrack. And so when I was looking at what story indications would tell us where to go next, I think there's a couple different ways we could look at. One is we got that note on Tatooine that said, hey, come to Manaan alone, or to a section on Manaan alone. I believe, let's make sure I'm remembering that. I believe it was Manaan. Okay, this datapad contains a single short cryptic message. The Genoharadin say to see Hullis on Manaan, come alone or not at all. So we have that kind of pointing us towards Manaan. Let's see, do we have... I thought maybe we'd have a list of the planets, but I guess we don't. Okay, here's reference to that same data pad, but we also do have the order which when we first encounter the first Star Forge map, it shows the different planets, and I believe Bastila reads them out in a particular order. So we could go with that order. We could just randomly pick them, look at them, go in alphabetical order.
What can I do?
What? Need to be Karth. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Manaan because from a story perspective, that seems to make the most sense. And I think we'll end up kind of double dipping. We'll have to come back there again later, but we're not doing a speed run, so I'm not too concerned about that. So, I think we're pretty much done here. I mean, you two can level up, but we don't really need you to level up just at the moment. Or I wonder, can we level up from on board the ship? That way I could get everybody leveled up. No, I can't switch to different characters while on board the ship. I think... I can't remember if it was in Knights of the Old Republic 2 or if it was just in a similar RPG type game with limited companions, but I've seen other games make it where when you're in kind of your hub area like this, you can just switch to anybody and access all of them. So, okay. But for now, let's see. Okay. Tatooine, Dantooine, where we are, Yavin, Korriban, Manaan, and Kashyyyk. So let's go to Manaan. This is a worldwide ocean, native species the Selkath, and the docking city of Atto. It'd also be nice to visit a worldwide ocean after visiting Tatooine, the worldwide desert. So. We're gonna have another dream. Yes. This world definitely seems a bit more developed, more. There's more money going into it than another vision.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
Okay, seriously, Bastila, when we're starting these conversations, can you start speaking a little bit faster? Because I play other games where I have to, like, read everything out loud, and it kind of throws me off a little bit. But yeah, having a star map here where the entire surface is covered by oceans. So it looked like the star map was underwater. Maybe the land was once above the surface. I don't have time for your visions, Bastila. Yeah, it did look like the star map was underwater. I think we saw, as the camera was rotating around, some bubbles rising up, which would seem to indicate that it wasn't just, like, in air.
The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Okay. Karth, do you know anything about this planet?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Do you know anything about this place?
Manaan's a neutral world. They're the only source of KotOR, the healing fluid, and they use that to remain free from both the Republic and the Sith. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate.
Okay.
You got it.
I will have to continue conversation with these guys at some point, but... So Manaan is a source of KotOR, and I think as we'll discover more as we go along, KotOR is kind of this ancient form of, in the original Star Wars movies and things, they have Bacta. You might recall in Empire Strikes Back, after Luke is rescued and he's taken back to the base, he's floating in the pod filled with fluid, and that fluid is Bacta. It's supposed to be like this almost mystical healing thing that can heal just about any injury. This taking place thousands of years before. I don't know if Bacta hasn't been discovered yet or hasn't been developed yet or what, but here we have KotOR, which serves pretty much the same purpose. Presumably it's either not as effective or it's a limited supply and will run out or something. That I don't know if it's ever explained why KotOR ends up getting replaced by Bacta, but it will eventually. Okay, so we haven't traveled with Juhani much. And it's been a while since we've since we've traveled with Karth, so let's take Karth along as well. Well, actually, first we were told to come alone to someplace, so maybe we should travel with nobody until we can find where that is. So, okay, 2 available slots. Yeah, we'll go alone for now. And hope that we don't encounter any tough fights or anything. We'll save once we're out, so unless we have a fight right away, we should be good. Yes. We are fine going alone. Interestingly enough, on Tatooine, the spaceport was just like a large open area that we could just drop directly in and out. Here we had to actually like come down and then get into this hangar. I'm guessing that means that this world has like rain and other like strong weather patterns, that there's a need for it to be more sheltered than Tatooine. So let's see, who are we looking for? Harden. See Hullis on Manaan. Okay, so we want to see if we can find Hullis. And I'm hoping he's somebody relatively early on, he or she or it, and not like the very last person you meet before leaving, and then we'd end up trying to play through the entire planet without help. Entering Otto City Security Zone. Cameras activated.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Okay, it is alright. Why did the Sith upset you so much? I would like to ask a few questions. Or, never mind, I must go. Yeah, it's alright. So you're kind of worked up, and no offense taken.
No, really. I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
Okay, why did the Sith upset you so much? Or ask a few questions. I mean, I think I can guess why the Sith upset him, but let's see what his answer is.
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law? Or why don't you run them off Manaan? The Sith and the Republic coexisting peacefully? Well, relatively. That does seem kind of odd that the Sith and the Republic are both here. I mean, we already heard from Karth that the main reason for that is the KotOR, the Manaan trade in it, and both sides want it, so they kind of have to keep the peace, unless they were to try to take it forcefully, which could probably go very poorly. So better to just play by the rules. But it is interesting to think about that. You know, yeah, this guy and his Sith counterpart were arguing, but it didn't seem like it was too terribly violent.
Peacefully? Not hardly. Just look in their eyes. You can see they'd like nothing more than to kill each and every one of us. Personal-like.
Yeah, I know the feeling. That could be taken a couple different ways. I'm not sure I want to go there. They mean well, but are misguided. Not sure that's accurate. Or it is the work of the dark side. Yeah, it's totally the dark side causing them to do that.
If you say so, Master Jedi. It's very aggravating. Sometimes I just want to take one of them and... Ugh! Yeah, there's nothing we can do, though. The Selkath want to maintain their neutrality, and they enforce it very strictly. So, we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe KotOR export restrictions. And that could lose us the war altogether.
What is KotOR? Or where are the Sith on Manaan? Or tell me about Otto City. Have you seen an ancient star map? I'm very confident that this random Republic trooper has the exact location of the star map. We were going over KotOR before, but what's your explanation? Can you give it to us?
You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what KotOR is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that KotOR is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what KotOR bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
Okay, the Republic and the Sith both stay here? Why haven't they joined the Republic? Yeah, why haven't they joined the Republic? Why do they insist on neutrality?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling KotOR to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of KotOR on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
So we asked about the Sith, we asked about KotOR. Okay, just on the off chance, have you seen an ancient star map?
Star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, that's... Oh. Yeah, tell me about Otto City. I'm not sure why it's giving me different options now, but...
It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manaan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export KotOR, which is the only real thing they have to trade here.
Okay, the Republic and Sith both stay here. I think that's the option we haven't chosen yet.
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling KotOR to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to... But I think they're underestimating. Is there anything else?
Okay, that's it.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Wander around till I find it. Got it. Let's see. Merchant. Oh, this is a Selkath. Okay. He's got his eye and kind of a snout and sort of droopy jowl bits. Almost seem like a mustache or something. So essentially, you're a space Zora. Greetings, human, and welcome to the Otto City Visitors Provisional Stand. We are here to provide visitors with all manner of indigenous treats and products produced right here on Manaan. We carry all manner of foods and provisions and have contacts with resellers across the world to provide you, the customer, with the best shopping experience possible. How is it that the Otto City Provisional Company can help you today? Okay, I'd like to hear about Manaan from a native. Manaan is the homeworld of we Selkath. It is here that our race has lived and thrived for uncounted millennia. With our valuable supply of KotOR, we have become an important player in intergalactic politics. We have taken a neutral stance in the current galactic war between the Sith and the Republic, as we believe that violence is not a permanent solution. Is there another way in which I can assist you? I mean, violence isn't a permanent solution, but that's no one's really claiming it is, and appeasement isn't really a permanent solution either. But I guess that sounds better than we're out to make a profit, and easiest way to do that is to sell to both sides. Also, not only can they make a financial profit, but if they make themselves valuable to both sides and both sides honor their agreement, they also do keep their own people safe and not being the target of warriors on either side. So yeah, let's see what you have for sale. The Otto City Visitors Provisional Stand is here to service you, the customer. Okay, we got med kits, antidote kits, grenades, and adrenals. Okay, nothing. I was gonna see if they had like any unique items or anything. Cleaning droid, we'll see who's at the other end of the hall before we. Oh, okay, this looks like a dead end. Public soldier. Can't even interact with that. Oh, okay. I was wondering what these tall things were. And I believe these are KotOR tanks. They're facing away from us at the moment. I think normally you'd be like see them from the other. I can't get the camera around, but so like if some, I think KotOR and later Bacta, like you might be able to get little like a compress or something to apply to a wound locally. But if someone's very injured or has something it's just wrong all over, you could just stick them in one of these tubes, fill it with KotOR, and then I guess you give them like some breathing apparatus or something and leave them good to go. So I guess this is, we have some supplies being shipped. Well, that tube looks like it needs to be cleaned or something, so I don't know, maybe this is storage, sending it to cleaners or repairs or something, but this seems to be some kind of supply area. Okay, yeah, here's some that are more the way we were used to seeing them, like if we went to a doctor's office or something. In fact, I think we probably did see some of these on Taris, with the doctor that we ended up giving the rat ghoul serum to. He probably had some of these in his office, and there might have been some back where he was treating the Republic survivors, but didn't think to point it out at the time. So, okay, Nubasa. So you're named Selkath. What do you have to say? Greetings. Forgive me if this seems an odd question, Off-Worlder, but might you have any exotic species for sale? Nothing dangerous, mind you. Exotic species? What sorts of exotic species? Anything non-sentient and non-carnivorous will do, though creatures that are easy to manage are preferred. Is that understandable? Why would you want to buy animals? Ah, good question. Selkath have little exposure to life from other planets, you see, but our government hopes to change that. You're setting up a zoological compound for visitation by the public, and are hoping to stock it with non-offensive foreign creatures of all types. The only problem right now is actually procuring the exotic species we need. Selkath import restrictions are quite prohibitive, to say the least. So you want to smuggle them in? I would not use such a harsh word, off-worlder. Let us say that I am interested in engaging in private trade. That is allowed according to our laws. Finding off-worlds that deal in such trade is most difficult, however. I have become quite desperate. Might you have what I seek? Unfortunately, had I known about this prior to the last world, we did have a ship full of non-violent, inoffensive little creatures, but they were kind of a nuisance, so we got rid of them, sadly. So I'm afraid, no, I don't have anything for you. Well, if you do come across something potentially interesting, please remember me. My name is Nubasa. I hope to see you again. Okay. Sadly, I'm guessing that we probably missed our chance to give you what you're looking for, but I'll definitely keep that in mind if we get a second chance at it. Leaving Otto City Security Zone, cameras disabled. So, interesting that they have cameras enabled for, the public areas because they don't want people fighting and they want to be able to monitor everything. But apparently, within the docking bays, I guess you're responsible for your own safety. Um, that seems that seems like that would be prone to abuse, but
Enough time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of KotOR ready to load before my shift is over.
okay. See over here? No.
We've got all the proper KotOR trading permits, so back off.
Okay. Wasn't trying to give you a hard time. Really hope whoever did the voices here relied mostly on like digital means of changing their voice, because even trying to partially approximate the Selkath speech seems like it would be very hard on the throat. All right, so that blue door, or the door that's blue on the map, is going to lead to a new area. So let's keep following this way until we run out of space to explore on the current map. Okay, blue docking bay. So is this going to be the Republic area? So we just passed the Sith area. No, this is a private Sith docking bay. Security clearance required. Okay. Okay, this is a dead end over here, so I'm guessing at some point we're gonna end up going to that docking bay, but not yet. Okay, so Was that the name of the guy that we're... No, Hulas is the guy we're supposed to meet. So you're not the guy we're supposed to meet, but you do have a name, so it might be worthwhile talking to you. Yeah, what do you want? Who are you? What are you doing here? Nothing. Who are you? My name is Jolin, just a traveling Kazakh player with no special story to tell. You're interested in the game? Not right now. At some point we'll probably have to do some more Kazakh stuff, but for now we're meeting some people. Well, if you feel like it, that's what I'm here for. Okay. Well, nice to meet you. Would definitely like to get a game in later. Just not sure about doing it right now when the galaxy's in danger. I don't know, just seems like a little bit of a priority issue. Here's a port official. Welcome to Manaan. While you are here, I trust you will follow all the rules governing the activities of Offworlders. Don't worry, I'll follow the rules. What are the rules exactly? Pathetic laws of pathetic fish don't concern me. That seems a bit harsh. These fish do not seem pathetic at all. Let's ask what the rules are. The single most important law in Manaan is very simple. Kolto smuggling is punishable by death. If you're carrying any unprocessed Kolto, you better have a permit. Okay? The other rule is also very simple. Keep the peace. Here on Manaan, we maintain a careful neutrality, and we react very harshly to people who jeopardize our neutral status. Any confrontations between the Sith and Republic are dealt with swiftly and decisively. Is this understood? Okay, seems fairly simple. I understand. That's it, only 2 laws. How can you be neutral when the Sith are trying to conquer everything? As valid a question as that might be, I don't think trying to argue with a port official is the best way to raise it. Maybe if we found like somebody who was in a position of, you know, national leadership or something. But yeah, I understand. Seemed pretty straightforward. There's a docking fee of 100 credits. You'll have to pay this fee each time you dock on Manaan, or you will not be permitted into Otto City. Okay. That seems rather fair. We can pay the docking fee, we can try to persuade him lower, we can use a force persuade to not pay anything, or we can refuse to pay and probably not be permitted to enter the city. Make it 50 credits and you got a deal. Let's see if he'll haggle. The amount of the fee is legislated by the Manaan Board of Trade and Tourism. I am not at liberty to haggle on this matter. Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. We'll pay the fee. I also don't want you getting in trouble if your drawer comes up a bit short, so... The Manaan Board of Trade and Tourism thanks you, Offworlder. There is a visitor guide and map to the city. Refer to it should you have any questions. The gates of Otto City are now open to you. You may come and go as you please as long as you do not leave the planet. If you do, you will have to pay the docking fee once more. It seems odd, like presumably they have it set up so that you can't just abuse it, but it seems odd that like, oh hey, there's this other way over here that we could just walk around and not really approach the port official. I guess that's what the droid's for, but you'd think you'd still want to direct most of your traffic past the port official. So, okay. We have a little pool here, a little reflecting pond. It's not going to reflect much if it's has all this moving water. A bunch of Selkath standing around. Who are you? You're not a Selkath, you're a traveler. A Sith soldier. Don't have to hide from them and take their armor. Selkath Traveler. Okay. KotOR Distribution Center. I want to see the KotOR Distribution Center. I wonder, does this place have tours like a lot of factories and stuff do? Are we going to be able to see how KotOR is processed and maybe get a little souvenir bit of processed KotOR or something? Okay, Republic and Sith. Selkath Coordinator. Okay, so you seem like you're the person to talk to. I cannot sell you KotOR unless you show me your purchase permit. Okay, just want some information. Where can I get a purchase permit? I'll be going now. Yeah, what's the deal with these purchase permits? Not that I think we really need to get involved in the KotOR trade. That seems like other people already have that handled, but I'm kind of just curious about the process. One does not simply get a purchase permit. Such permits are brokered between intergalactic governments and the Otto City Export Authority. We do not sell unrefined KotOR by the handful. We sell it by the ton. Go to a store if you wish to purchase KotOR for personal use. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, I was going to ask if there's like a factory tour or something. Give me some information. I am not here to answer your questions, Off-Worlder. I am a distributor of KotOR, the lifeblood of the Manaan economy. Either show me your purchase permit or leave me in peace. Okay, I don't have a permit. Why are you here, human? Are you seeking employment? We do not hire your kind here. Do you even have an off-worlder work permit? I thought not. There is nothing for you here. Okay, I'll be going. Good. I'm far too busy to converse with the likes of you. Despite the fact that you spent a good deal of time doing just that. Alright, so let's see. We have our map. Apparently the map that we were given by the port official didn't help us fill in very much. Unless... Non-Visitor's Guide. Welcome, traveler, to the exciting and adventurous Manaan. Manaan, the only source of the healing KotOR in the entire galaxy, is a wonderful and refreshing... Excuse me. Is a wonderful and refreshing place to visit or do business. The Manaan Port Authority welcomes beings of all species and affiliations to trade peacefully within the confines of Otto City. All visitors will rest easy knowing that the Selkath Security Force are always alert and watchful, even while you sleep. Our constant vigilance keeps the peace on the streets of Otto City and prevents the needless interruption of commerce by violence. Enjoy a fun and prosperous stay on Manaan, and please tell your friends about Manaan. Okay, that's not the worst sales pitch I've heard, so let's try this way first. This heads to the west courtyard. Well, this other way. There's like a little corner here, I guess, for clandestine meetings or something. Entirely sure. So I'm not entirely sure what these signs are. You can see that they have the same script on them. Same letters. Then this yellow one, it has some recognizable letters. Even though I don't know what they mean, but I mean they're recognizably the same letters as on the sign. You know, they have like the line with the two dots, They have the little L and the backwards L. But it's a very different font. This is more swooshy and almost looks like calligraphy almost with the it's like wider and narrower. It looks like brush strokes, and this being more straight print version. I wish we knew what those signs said. Okay, so we have the west courtyard and the east central courtyard. I guess since we're right here, we'll take this one. Okay, Republic, soldiers, and looks like some Sith. This looks like a bit of confrontational. That's not good. As Jedi, we should try to help maintain the peace if we can.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Yeah. Well, it didn't come to blows, just a bunch of folks yelling at each other. You'd think you would just save that for space Twitter or Facebook or what have you, but... Hullis! Hey! You're the one that we're, Oh, and a shady Rhodian. Huh. Well, before we talk to the shady Rhodian, let's talk to this thoroughly non-shady Rhodian that we were told to speak to alone. A human? There are Selkath everywhere, but you choose to speak with me? Am I so different? Do you think I have answers that others do not? Yeah, that's a rather strange greeting. Answers? What are you talking about? I'll be going now. Actually, I think I had an appointment of sorts. But that is a rather strange greeting. Why do you use it? These are strange times. The Sith and the Republic battle to control the galaxy, but their way destroys what they both seek to possess. But their war destroys. The war sows fear and confusion. People are lost. They want guidance, direction. They have questions, and they want answers. That is why I am here. I too seek answers. Answers? Answers to what? And who are you? Okay. Yeah, what answers are you seeking, dude? The Republic, the Sith, the war, everything, nothing. Answers are always hardest to find when the questions are unclear. Yet that does not stop us from searching. And who are you? A name? There's power in names, yet in the end a name alone means less than nothing. I am Hullis, a traveler from the world of Duro. And what is your name, human? Senivet gave me a message to see you. Or my name is JJ48. Or my name is none of your business. Yeah, regardless what my name is, I was told to see you. Senivet sent me. Seni did not think you would come, but I knew better, JJ48. It is good that you have come alone, for if you ever come with others, I will not speak to you of these things. Okay. I am Hullis of the Genoharadan, a secret society of bounty hunters. For 1,000 generations we have existed, but always hidden beneath an impenetrable veil. Okay. I've never heard of you. Which makes perfect sense if you're a secret society. You know, Either you are very bad at what you do and have gained no notoriety, or you are extremely good at what you do and have stayed hidden, maintain the secrecy very well. Few ever have. We are a shadow, darkness, and night. We are less than a whisper or a thought. We have managed to keep our existence a secret far longer than most could ever imagine. You know? If you are ever foolish enough to tell anyone about this meeting or the Genoharadon's existence, they would not believe you. They would probably think you were paranoid or mentally unstable. Not even those closest to you can know we have approached you. If you ever speak to me around any of your companions, I will not discuss the Genoharadon. Do you understand? I understand. You can't impose your rules on me. I mean, he hasn't really imposed a rule other than, like, he's just told us, hey, if you speak about this around anyone else, I'll pretend that I don't know, which isn't a rule. That's just him saying that he's going to ignore us, basically. And also that if we tell people about the Genoharadon, they won't believe us, which, again, is not a rule. That's just a prediction of what's going to happen. So, yeah, I understand. I believe you speak the truth, but remember this, if you ever betray us, this opportunity will be lost forever. Okay, so anybody watching this video, we never spoke of this, okay? Few among the galaxy have ever heard of the Genoharadon. They never see us, never know we are there. They do not even know we exist. If you do not follow our rules, we will vanish, and you will be like all the others. You will never see us again. We will be nothing but a figment of your imagination. But if you swear to keep the secrets of our order, you will learn of a forbidden society known only to a handful throughout the galaxy. Okay, so it's not just a secret society, it's a forbidden society. This is starting to sound sketchier and sketchier. Forbidden Bounty Hunting Society. Come to think of it, how do they... Like, do people bring bounties to them, or do they only go for bounties that are publicly available? Because how would people bring bounties to them if nobody knows they exist? Yeah, this is sounding too sketchy. I don't think I want to be a part of this. Let's back out. As you wish, and this is the last you will see of me or of any of the Genoharadon. Farewell. Okay, I'm just gonna run off. Okay. Maybe when I do Dark Side playthrough, we'll do that. I don't know if it's a light side or dark side thing, but getting involved in a forbidden society that makes its business hunting down people, it just doesn't sound like it's really on the up and up, you know? Especially when the emphasis is all on the secrecy and the forbidden nature, everything, not about like, oh yeah, we do this, we operate in the shadows. Like, he doesn't even say like we do it for power, or we do it to help people, or we do it for money. It's just like, hey, we're secret because we're secret. It's very odd. You've learned that the Genoharadon are a secret society of bounty hunters and assassins. They extend an offer to join the guild, but you turn them down. It is unlikely a second offer will be forthcoming. Okay. That's fine. I don't have any like reason, like any direct evidence that they've done anything illegal, you know, to like try to turn them in or anything. I just don't want to get involved. So, what about the Shady Rhodian? Why do you bother me, human? I do not wish to speak to you. Okay. Why are you just standing here in a corner? I just want to ask you a few questions. Yeah. Why are you standing here in a corner with the name, or with the adjective shady being applied to you? I am here for my own reasons. Those who know of me and wish to do business know I can be found here. You will either do business with me or leave. Business. Fine, I'll leave. What kind of business? I trade and sell Pizot cards for those that have interest. If you have interest, then we can do business. Otherwise, leave. Okay, let's see what Pizot cards you got. Okay, so we can get a plus -1, plus -2, plus -3. Okay, these plus -1s would be pretty good. Oh, plus -6. So what do I already have? Well, don't know how to see what cards I already have. Might come back to you later when we actually are getting around to playing Pizot. So remember the Shady Rhodian. Seems like a good place for some Pizot cards. Oh, I guess now that I've seen Hullis alone, I can go get some companions, and that way we can hear their responses if they're going to react to anything. I'm trying to think of who might have some decent responses to stuff. We said Juhani and Karth before. We'll take them along. Can't think of anybody in particular, so we'll just go with folks that we haven't interacted with much. Okay, and they're ready to level up. Juhani will probably need to check her equipment. So we have conditioning. Improved conditioning might be good. Okay, let's go with improved conditioning to try to... A lot of this stuff, and we could throw on some extra things, but a lot of them aren't going to help much. Improving what we've already got is generally a pretty safe bet. So this will, instead of +1 to all saving throws, it'll give us +2 to all saving throws, so... Yep, we get a... Okay, Karth is getting a lot of... getting to upgrade a few levels, I guess. +1 extra vitality might be nice. He's not single-weaponed. Could improve some of his special skills. Okay, more damage on the next attack, but harder to hit. Let's I'm just gonna give him more health because I think he'll want him to be a tankier, bit of a tankier ranged person. Increase his intelligence. That should give him an extra skill point. Yep, now we have 2 skill points each level instead of just 1. Oh, now we can give him master conditioning. +3 to all saving throws, or master 2-weapon fighting. So okay, so this will basically make it, if we give him a balanced weapon in the offhand, this basically means that he will not have any penalty for his main weapon and only a -2 for his second weapon, which is pretty good. So, yep, let's do that. And we'll also get Master Conditioning, improve saving throws to plus 3. Oh, +1 vitality point. I did not realize that improved toughness. I thought it was just going to like keep adding a vitality point each time. But improved toughness, the character is resilient. This feat subtracts 2 points from any damage suffered. So that's going to be very helpful. And this character is further fortified against damage. The character gains an additional +1 vitality point at each level up. Retroactive. Okay. So this is just another additional vitality point, but it's still pretty good. There we go. So he should be pretty tough. So Juhani has some force abilities. She doesn't have a fighting style yet, whether she's dueling or two-handed. Maybe we'll give her two-handed to just help differentiate her a little bit. First, let's give her some advanced Jedi defense. Helps her block incoming blaster fire. Like giving all the Jedi cure. For more charisma. Should help with some of her Jedi abilities. And you get some dark side powers here from your little excursion over to the dark side. I know that was done for training purposes, but let's try not to encourage that. We'll try to give you just light side and neutral force abilities. Get more defense power. That's good. Let's go ahead and start giving her two-weapon fighting, so that we can negate the penalties from that as quick as possible. Energy resistance, that's good. Stasis. Stasis field. Okay, let's do stasis. An opponent targeted by power stasis this power is held in stasis, unable to move or take any action for 12 seconds. Okay. Energy resistance. Force Whirlwind was pretty good, if I recall. Okay. Oh, lightsaber throw. Advanced throw lightsaber, yes, we want that. Okay, and let's have her, give her the Jedi droid support option so that she'll use her force abilities. Okay, yep. Oh, that's right, we also wanted to... oh, that's right, we can... Karth can wear Kalo Nord's battle armor. It's heavy, so he'll only get a little bit of a dex bonus, which is going to kind of negatively impact his ability to use his blasters a little bit. But I think he should be good enough without it, and it'll be very protective. So currently his armor is 17. With this, be up to 20. Okay, that's very nice. Can give you neural band +2 will saving throws. That's okay. Immunity to nerve or mind affecting. This belt monitors the brain, emitting energy waves to reinforce established patterns and block any outside influence. It's extremely effective if mildly uncomfortable. Interesting that something to monitor the brain is on a belt rather than like, you know, headgear of some kind. But I feel like a lot of will stuff is mind affecting, so maybe we don't need the neural band on you if we're doing that. Okay, so let's see what weapons do we have for you? So Mandalorian heavy pistols. Sure, 4 to 11, damage bonus +2, physical. Attack modifier 3. Ah, okay, so the Bendix blaster is, it's a little bit tighter range. Instead of 4 to 11, it's 5 to 10. It doesn't have the extra damage bonus, which essentially makes that 6 to 13. But it's upgradable, so at some point we should be able to upgrade it, which will be nice. Okay, let's... We'll go with the Mandalorian blaster in your main hand, Bendix blaster in your offhand. Okay, and we'll try to upgrade Bendix blaster when we can. So, Juhani, we don't have a second lightsaber for you yet. Sorry. We can upgrade you to Master's robes. We'll say it's because you successfully managed to you managed to come back from the dark side. So, don't really have much for you, do we? Okay. We'll keep an eye out for a second lightsaber. That's about all we can do for you at the moment.
What?
Oh, I guess we can just trans it back. So we'll head to Otto East. It's interesting that so much of the walking area is inside, considering...
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
Fine, here's your 20 credits. This is a public street. You can have your credits when you take them from my cold, dead hand. I'm gonna say it's a public street because I know that you aren't gonna fight me because you don't want to upset the Selkath. And yeah, I'm not gonna be part of this shakedown. It's a public street.
Hiding behind the Selkath laws. Typical Republic cowardice.
Yeah, why don't you come to a Republic world and say that? Okay. So I have that area. large part's going to be, can we actually remember where all the various areas go? Because this seems like it's getting to be kind of a large
We might have
city.
a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good. But I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Terrace into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win this war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
Huh. Negotiator and a mercenary. That seems ominous that the Sith are just hiring mercenaries right here on the street. Also, I just noticed during that cutscene, but these particular Sith hats on the soldiers who aren't in armor, they look very. Looks very like Russian, like the Russian Ushanka, the furry Russian hats that used by their military. Swoop registration, that's for swoop racing. We're not doing swoop racing at the moment. Maybe we'll come back later and do some swoop racing when we're doing the we're going through playing Pazak as well. Okay, so this way. Yortal's Emporium. Okay. Looks like Sith in armor, so it's probably that Sith war droid. So there's probably a little Sith enclave down there. Like a Sith embassy or something.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike?
Yes, I have a fine piece right here. A little dented, but still serviceable. And a real bargain at that price.
I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed.
Get out of my store. I'm sick of you Sith and your stupid jokes. I've got real customers to worry about. I don't need you coming in here and making fun of my inventory every day.
Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Okay. Also, just for the record, this is an Ithorian, not Selkath. He's not. At least I don't think he's the fishman. I've never seen anything particularly fishy about the Ithorians. Okay, Yordle exists. Are you here to mock me as the Sith, or do you actually want to buy something? No, I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm JJ48. Okay, name's not really going to mean anything to him. I'm interested in buying something. Maybe I'll come back when you're in a better mood. With an attitude like that, it's no wonder you have no customers. Watch your tone, or you'll be looking for some replacement limbs. Now, let's be friendly. I'm not here to make fun of you. Please forgive me. I had no cause to be so rude to you. The Sith make such trouble for me, and business has been slow. But that's no excuse for my tone. I apologize. Please, let us start off on the right foot. Welcome to the used goods store of Yordle Ixlis. If there is anything I can help you with, all you need to do is ask. Okay, let me look at your inventory, please. Of course, human. My stock is all second-hand, and some of it has minor damage. But with the repairs I have done to them, my items are as good as new, for a fraction of the price. Okay, so we have repair kits, computer spike, heavy armor, heavy droid plating type 3. Okay. Heaviest protection available. This type of plating is uncommon due to the cost involved in production. It is best suited to specialized assassin or assault droids, though such units are highly regulated. Well, we just happen to have a specialized assassin droid. That could be rather useful. Advanced targeting computer. Okay, weapon focus. Okay. Verpine demolitions probe. Give better demolitions. So a lot of droid parts. Gravity generator. Does no damage, but on hit, slowed 75% for 9 seconds. They can possibly save to negate the slowness, okay. These devices allow a droid to create localized gravity swells, the reverse effect of a repulsor lift engine. This can seemingly increase the weight of an enemy, slowing their movement. Interesting. Okay, we got some interesting stuff. I don't know if I'm ready to buy at the moment, but that heavy plating Type 3 is very tempting. Might be back for that at some point. Have a good day, Ixalis. Here's the Sith diplomat.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy.
Okay, I want to ask you some questions. I have business with the Sith, or I'll be going now. Yeah, I guess I'll be going. We don't really have any business with the Sith at the moment.
Stay. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, you are correct. Let's go see what else we can... So that was the swoop area over there. So we'll go back to the previous area. Okay, so there's the Shady Rodian. I think we came from that direction, didn't we? Which means we didn't go back here. Oh, yep, there's closed doors. Yellow everywhere. Is this... Okay, this is the Republic Embassy. Yeah, Roland Wan. I think we heard his name earlier.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
Why are your soldiers loading so much Kolto? I have some questions about Ahto City. I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council. Perhaps you can help me with it. I think I'll be going now. Yeah, why are we loading so much Kolto? I mean, I guess because there's a war going on is the most likely answer, but...
Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply... But the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage.
Okay. I have some questions about Ahto City. I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council. Yeah, let's see. Do you know anything about a star map?
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
Okay. I seek a star map, the remnant of an ancient and forgotten race. Yes, you seem like you can help with that.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan?
You know something?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Or come on, tell me. Or force persuade. You want to tell me. No, that's, what do you want me to do? As long as it's nothing, like, too sinister or underhanded or anything, might be able to come to an agreement.
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Okay, where's this droid? What do you want me to do? I'm not your errand runner. What is this recording? Okay, yeah, what's the recording that we're talking about?
It's intelligence information about Sith activities on Manaan, as well as some oceanographic reports on the local marine life.
Okay, where's the droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
Okay, how do I get into the Sith base?
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Okay, so we can interrogate a prisoner. That's option number one. Might actually be kind of trivial, being Jedi. We could probably just like force persuade the answer out of him. What else you got?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for pass cards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Okay, what else?
The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
Okay, so we can either interrogate the prisoner and try to get the access code, password. We can try to decrypt the pass card, and basically hack or forge an identity, or we can just raid the landing bay, guns a-blazing. Presumably, the landing bays are outside the controlled neutral zones, so the Selkath wouldn't come running to combat there. Which kind of makes sense that if these are similar to embassies or something, and embassies generally considered, to belong to the country that runs it, not as opposed to the country that whose land it's on. Let's start by interrogating the prisoner, see if we can just Jedi the information out of him.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Okay. Alright, so is there any equipment and stuff it sounded like you had?
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
Terminal sequences? What kind of holes? What do I have to do? I don't know. I know we said we were going to try to Jedi the information out of the prisoner, but if we're dealing with sequences and patterns, this sounds like this could be kind of fun.
The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix. I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to at least take a look at this. We'll still try to Jedi the answer out of the guy, but got to see what kind of sequences we're talking about here. All right, system booting, status pending, loading rep op layer, success, command query. Decrypt Sith passcard, or we can try to slice the Republic systems. That we don't need to slice into the systems. Let's just try to decrypt this passcard. Okay. Additive matrix, terminal sequence. 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, 16. Okay, so I think what's going on is each number, like we have the number 1 and it's in the first position, so we add 1, we get 2. 2 is in the second position, so we add 2 and get 4. 4 is in the third position, so we add 3 and get 7. 7 in the fourth position to 11. 11 in the fifth position to 16. So 16 is in the sixth position, so it'd be 22. Okay. Subtractive matrix, terminal sequence. So we have 21, 18, 16, 15, 15, 6. Okay, interesting. Okay, so 21 minus 3 is 18. 18 minus 2 is 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. 15 minus 0 is 15. 15 minus negative 1 is 16. 16 minus negative 2 would be 18. So we're making subtractions, but we're reducing the number by 1 each time. Let's try that. Okay. Multiplicative matrix. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. We seem to just be doubling each time. 16, 32, so that's going to be 64. Okay. Divisive matrix is, okay, we're just going in reverse. 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4. We're having it each time, so 2. Exponential matrix. Alright. 1, 32, 81, 64, 25. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? So we have exponential matrix. I notice that 1 is 1 squared, 81 is 9 squared, 64 is 8 squared, 25 is 5 squared. 32 is not a perfect square. It's the one that doesn't fit. And how are we determining these squares? Okay, let's see. He says we have a whole bunch of the things, so I think it's set up that you can just guess if you need to. But where's the fun in that? Okay, what are we... Okay, I guess it's not going by squares. Okay, we're going by, it's exponential, so, you know, it doesn't have to be squares. 32 is 2 to the 5th. 81 is 3 to the 4th. 64 is 4 cubed. 25 is 5 squared. So 6 to the 1st should be 6. And of course 1 to the 6th is 1, so that's the one that starts the sequence. Okay. Okay, a logarithmic matrix. Terminal sequence pairs. Oh man, what do I remember about logarithms? Okay, 1 and 0. 8 and 3. 32 and 5. Okay. These are, okay, it's powers of 2. 1 is 2 to the 0th power, 8 is 2 to the 3rd power, 32 is 2 to the 5th power, 128 is 2 to the 7th power, I believe. Makes 8 bits, 256, so yeah, it should be... Okay, there we go. Cool. Hey dude, it was just mathematics sequences. Really, how long have you guys been at this? 'Cause it seems like someone should have figured that out by now.
Hey, great! You slice the encryption on those cards. They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all.
They change it regularly and just happen to have chosen a very basic mathematical series for... Okay. Alright, let's talk to this prisoner, see if... it's been a while, let's save first. Just in case something goes wrong.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
Okay, what did they do to him? What was he doing out there? I don't have time for this now. What have they done with him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them.
Oh,
Combine this with conventional
tricky.
training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Sure.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
Okay. What do I have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
A catch?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
Detect a pattern here.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
Sure, so we can't use our force abilities, and we may end up erasing this guy's brain. What can go wrong?
Hey, you! Wake up! Someone wants to talk to you.
Okay. Interrogate him or inject him with the neutralizing agent and start over with a new dose of truth serum. Stop talking to him. Let's interrogate him.
What do you want?
Relax, I'm not here to threaten you. Or, we know about your companion. Or, maybe we should do something about Tila. Let's try something else. Yeah, I'm not here to threaten you. We're just gonna have a nice friendly chat.
You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
We're the only ones who will take you in now. Or if you talk, we can make it worth your while. I don't want to hurt you unless you make me. Yeah, you know, I don't think the Sith will launch anymore. They're not very big on forgiveness.
The Sith will never trust you again, Spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
But they wouldn't, would they?
Excuse me, dude. I'll handle this. You don't need you speaking up here. So see, if you talk, we can make it worth your while. I don't want to hurt you unless you make me. Let's see if we try to just tell him that we'll make it worth his while. That seems like that might make him think we're desperate. Or should we try something else? See if there's a different approach we can take. Let's try something else.
What do you want?
Okay, so he seemed to be reactive to thinking that the Sith are gonna do something to him because he failed. So let's remind him about his companion who escaped, and so the Sith will know all about his failure. Let's try that approach.
What companion?
Persuade lie. We don't really need you anyway. Your companion will tell us what we need to know anyway. If you don't tell us, he will suffer. Perhaps we should give you back to the Sith, but keep him. Try something else. Okay, so now our approach is that we try to persuade him that we have his companion. You know, he's kind of worried about the Sith doing something to him, so let's see what happens if we suggest that we give him back to the Sith.
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine.
Okay. That seemed rather successful. Okay, let's talk about his wife.
What do you want?
Hopefully it doesn't come down to, like, threatening his wife or something, so I don't really want to do that. Maybe like an offer of protection or something, like, hey, the Sith are going to come after your family too, but the Republic, we can protect you. Hopefully that's an option.
Tila? How did you find out about her?
Okay. We could make life easy for both of you here in the Republic. Talk, or something may happen to her. We have her already. She may be spared if you talk. Now, we're not trying to strong-arm him here. We're trying to catch flies with honey, not vinegar. So yeah, we could make it easy for both of you. Give you a nice new life in the Republic.
Damn! He blanked out.
Okay. Okay, that was the wrong approach to take. Okay, so we're not here to threaten you. We're the only ones who will take you in now.
The Sith will never.
But they.
I'm assuming it's something like one option of each of the three approaches. Maybe there's multiple ways, but... Okay.
Of course, they wouldn't.
You...
The gutless Sith...
He wouldn't talk. Or has he already?
Oh, actually,
no.
That went through, so... Okay, there are more ones. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to lie to you there, but, it was successful, so...
What do you want?
I'm not here to threaten you. I don't want to hurt you unless you make me.
There's nothing you can do to me, Jedi, that the Sith wouldn't do worse. I'm not afraid.
Okay. Make it worth your while.
Damn.
Okay. So the first one, the only good answer is we're the only ones who'll take you in.
The Sith.
Boy.
Okay, we know about your companion.
Of course, they would never.
We don't really need you. Your companion will tell us what we need to know anyway. That one was successful. Let's try that.
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
He wouldn't talk. Or has he already? No.
Okay. Let's try something else. Tila. He wasn't receptive to we could just make life easy. We have her already. She may be spared if you talk. Talk or something may happen to her. I kind of feel like this is the right answer because like if we say talk or something may happen to her, he's gonna be like, no, if you do anything to her, then I'll never tell you anything. Whereas if he thinks that we already have her and she's already in danger, and that by talking he can get her out of danger, that's different. I don't really like to threaten her though, but we'll try this. We have her already. She may be spared if you talk.
No.
Damn.
Okay. Let's try again. Well, let's stop talking to him. We already have the key card. I don't know what the correct approach is, but I don't like some of those options, and...
Giving up so soon? I think he could last a bit longer. Come back if you want to try to break him again. He's not going anywhere for a long time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to risk breaking his mind, and it just seems like... we're getting into some uncomfortable territory with some of the questions when it gets to actually threatening, even if we're not serious about it, threatening family is a little bit, don't want to go there. Again, we do have a key card, plus we can always just bust in and do the full raid if need be. Visitors Hotel, okay, there's Ignis.
Sorry, buddy, but the hotel is closed. Ever since the murder, the Selkath have made me keep this place locked up tight. Only the Selkath authorities, and those authorized by them, are allowed in.
Okay. Murder? We're gonna get involved in a murder mystery? Seems like that might be fun. What murder?
This old Republic war hero by the name of Sunry was seeing the Sith woman here, Alasa. Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blaster went off in one of the rooms. Sunry got seen leaving the place, and the Sith woman was dead on the floor. But not everyone thinks this Sunry did it. So the Selkath are holding him in prison, while the case gets sorted out. In the meantime, they closed down my hotel. But enough about my problems. You can't stay here while the investigation is on. You'll have to find someplace else to stay. Sorry.
Can't. Okay, so that's something we can't. We're gonna have to see if we can find a Manaan official or something. General store. Okay.
How much for all this stuff, Tybark?
For the Sith, a month's pay. Since you're a member of the Republic, I will charge you a week's salary.
Thanks, Tybark. Catch you next week.
So I wonder if this guy is genuinely sympathetic to the Republic and willing to give people deals, or if that's just a marketing method of tell the Republic soldiers, oh yeah, if you were Sith, I would charge you way higher, but because you're Republic, I'll give you this discount. And then it doesn't matter what price you name as long as it's lower than what you said you would give the Sith. I don't know. Let's talk to him, see if maybe we can figure out if he seems shady or legitimate. Selkath now seem more distant than before. They treat members of the Republic at arm's length only. I hope this does not negatively impact our trade. They give too much deference to the Sith, and the monsters will simply come in and take over. But my feelings about the Sith are well known around Ahto City. I shall spare you further outbursts. What may I do for you? I mean, if he's just doing that to complete strangers, that does seem to lend credence to the idea that he genuinely dislikes the Sith and favors the Republic. So, yeah, let me see what you have in stock. As you wish, human. My inventory contains the finest Aratech equipment you can find on Manaan. All of it far superior to the Zerkit core swill the Sith are so fond of. Okay, so let's see. We've got med packs, some armor. You don't have a lightsaber, do you? Juhani needs a lightsaber. No. Bothan Needler. So some damage, it stuns. For serious espionage, this is the weapon of choice. Simple ownership can get you arrested in some systems, or invited to dine with royalty, depending on what it helps you learn. Okay, Arcanian pistol, Arcanian heavy pistol, Disruptor pistol, Sonic pistol, Zabrak battle cannon. These weapons are almost beginning to cross the line to light artillery. Armor is generally ineffective against such a weapon, unless it is of the highest quality. Yeah. One of those might be good for HK47. He uses a blaster rifle. Rifle, disruptor rifle, sonic rifle, pistol targeting optics, combat sensor, stabilizer mask. Okay, immunity, mind affecting, and all save. Ooh, that's very nice. Bonus to all saves and immunity to mind affecting. This mask uses microbursts of electricity to regulate the user's mental patterns. It effectively fortifies both mind and body against attack. We might have to see if we can get 5,500 for that. It is armor proficiency medium, so that will restrict who can use it. Okay. Notice because the breath mask here was also medium. Beamon package. Implant level 3, Constitution +3. Beamon's top-of-the-line package usurps the body's natural reactions to stress and damage, allowing the user to withstand greater amounts of punishment and exertion than normally possible. Okay. Let's see if that stabilizer mask that might go well for Karth, because he can handle medium armor, and then he would also be able to he'd get immunity of mind affecting, which means he wouldn't need his belt anymore, and +2 to all saving throws, which would be nice. Let's see what we have to sell. Okay, Jedi Knight robe. Don't think we need that. Okay, combat suit. Holding on to crystals because they might be useful. Okay, yeah, it's 500, and I want to sell it because it's worth more than 250 credits. Dexterity +1 implant. I don't know that we're going to need. Don't really have anyone who can use implants at the moment, and by the time we get around to it, we'll probably be able to do better than Dex +1. Haven't been using mines, so those are good. Okay, average mines sell for a decent amount. Okay, upgrades, we're not really selling much. don't really need advanced computer tool. Alright, and that gives us enough. What's this? There, stabilizer mask. Alright. Thank you, sir. Karth, put this on. No, it's... Juhani can't wear this, can she? She probably doesn't have... Yeah, it's red. She doesn't have medium armor ability, so... Get that. And that means that you don't need the belt, because it just does the same thing, or partially the same thing. So we can give Juhani the belt. Now she's immune to mind affecting, and has a bonus to will. So, okay, good. Karth, that is kind of creepy seeing you like that. I don't think the mask would be quite so creepy if it didn't glow. That's...
Sure.
Did we see a description for this? Okay, that's right. It fortifies the body against both physical and mental.
Your wish?
Sure.
Or both body and mind. Okay, we want to go this way. I'm going to keep on going around until we get back to the beginning before we try to make a run on the Sith embassy. I think this was the area we first came in. Like through those doors is back down towards the yep, because here's the KotOR loading area or distribution center. So let's check out Otto West. Republic negotiator. The Republic also's hiring mercenaries.
Do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Okay. So we have both the Republic and the Sith are hiring mercenaries, sending them to their embassies. Nilko Boas. Human, I wish to speak to you if you have the time. Sure. Greetings, human. My name is Nilko Boas. I hope you're enjoying yourself in Otto City. Our floating city is beautiful, is it not? They reach up and like grab their jowl things almost like a mustache as well. Like somebody just absent-mindedly. It's truly a wonder to behold. I've seen better. You're a lot more friendly than most of the Selkath here. Cut the small talk. What do you want? No, it is a beautiful city. I'll give you that. You are too gracious, human. The beauty of Manaan is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile. I fear for the preservation of my planet. Why is that? What are you talking about? There is a task I would ask, human Jedi. I fear there is nowhere else I can turn. Okay, what do you want me to do? This is sounding a little odd, but I'll hear you out. Rest assured, there will be ample reward for this, human. I only require information, nothing more. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Selkath people, this is of great concern to me. I only seek the reason for this change in Republic policy. You know, we were just noticing that it seemed kind of odd too. Forget it. I won't spy on the Republic. Why do you need me for this? What's in this for me? Why do you need me to do this? I cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep their secret. I have inquired often as to their purpose and been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give me an accurate report of events. They will twist the truth so that it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Okay. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions, and I will pay you 500 credits.
I'm uncomfortable with spying on the Republic, but if we could assure the Selkath that they mean no harm, then perhaps it might be worth it.
Okay, thank you, Karth. Please, see if you can find the answers I seek. Find why the Republic are hiring so many mercenaries. Find where they are going. Find why they do not return. Oh, that's ominous. Okay. I'll look into it for you, Nilko. I'll do it, but only for the money. Forget it, I'm not interested. Okay. Yeah, we'll look into it. I mean, if it requires, you know, if it's like too secretive to the Republic, I might not be able to give you the information. But you know, if it's something that, like, you know, I think isn't going to be damaging to the Republic to tell you, then sure, I'll do it. Once you discover some information, please come speak to me. Believe it or not, I am a friend of the Republic. Whatever the truth is, I shall do my best to protect the Republic's interests. And those of the Selkath, of course. Of course, you're not going to betray your people, but you do want to help out the Republic as well. Okay, you look like a Pazak player. Am I correct?
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation.
Okay, no, I'm not interested at the moment.
So clear out already.
Okay. Iridorian mercenary. Look like a bug.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
Okay, I want to ask you some questions. Or what do you have against the Achani and the Mandalorians? A mercenary who's not for hire? That's strange. I'll be going. Okay. What do you have against the Achani and the Mandalorians?
They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Achani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue.
It doesn't sound like much of a reward. I think it'd be more rewarding not to experience that, to be honest. Okay, can I ask you some questions?
Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful.
More distasteful than that? Okay. Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries? I am seeking an ancient star map or some alien ruins. On second thought, I don't really want to talk to you. Do you know anything about... Yeah, the Republic asked you to try to hire you?
Perhaps you should ask them. The Republic prefers not to deal with my kind, though maybe they need an Iridorian to finish the job. The mercenaries they hire must be failing, as they are never heard from again. That is all I know. Is there more you wish to ask?
Know anything about ancient star map or alien ruins that predate the existence of the Republic by several millennia?
Manaan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Is there more you would know?
No, that's pretty much it. Thanks.
Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
I mean, you're not exactly going out of your way to make friends, but at the same time, you were oddly helpful in answering the questions. Like, you didn't just tell us to shut up and mind our own business or anything. So, thanks, I guess. Shelas. Greetings, human. My name is Shelas, or Shalas. I have heard it said that you are no friend of the Sith. Is this true? The Sith are a blight upon the galaxy. My allegiances are my own business. Actually, I kind of like the Sith. They've got style. Well, even if I thought that were the case, I don't. I think of these... I'm probably going to go with the Sith are a blight upon the galaxy. Second option would be my allegiance or my own business. Even if I agreed with the third, though, while I'm traveling with a Jedi who just got back from the dark side and a Republic war hero, is probably not the best time to speak such views. So, no, the Sith are a blight upon the galaxy. Though I suspect we have little in common, human, I share your dislike of the Sith. They have brought grief to my family. Oh dear, what did they do? I am not a fool. I know the Sith do not respect our laws as the Republic does. Were it up to me, I would do everything in my power to aid the Republic in their war against Malak. But intergalactic politics stay my hand. Still, I know the Sith are evil, and I fear what they will do to my people. And what they may be doing now. What are you talking about? Or just get to the point, Shayless. Well, let's go the more polite route. Many of the Selkath have vanished, human. Most who have gone missing are on the cusp of adulthood, the youth who will someday lead this planet. My own daughter, Shasa, is among those who have disappeared. These disappearances coincide with the arrival of the Sith, and I cannot dismiss the connection. The Sith are up to something, human. Something sinister. I can feel it. Okay, so just to be clear, it was Shasa, not Sasha, right? Because I think Sasha was the girl who was hiding in our ship's hold, and she did not look Selkath. Do you want me to investigate these disappearances? What's it in for me? Sorry, I'm not interested. You want me to investigate? I will give you 500 credits if you can uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth. Not much, but all I can afford. I have no official authority in this matter, and my personal wealth is not vast. There's no one else I can turn to, human. The Republic agents are too closely watched by the Sith, and the Otto city authorities cannot act without proof of Sith involvement. Okay. I shall look into these disappearances for you, Shayless. I've got better things to do than look for missing tadpoles. I mean, they look more fish-like than frog-like to me, but I don't know, maybe that's my marine biology bias showing or something. I know, I'll look into these disappearances. This doesn't even sound like mercenary work. This sounds like a genuine heroic deed. So, yeah, let's do this. I cannot imagine where to begin the investigation, though I suspect the Sith did not act alone. Perhaps the Offworlders in the mercenary enclave know something. Okay. Seems like it would make sense. If you learn anything, human, report back to me at once. If you uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth, I will reward you as promised. Okay. Yeah, well, this isn't the mercenary enclave, is it? We see a bunch of people around.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Sith negotiator, Chinese mercenary.
You hiring for the Republic or the Sith?
Neither.
Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Like a pretty inefficient hiring process if a 2-second chat's gonna take the job off the table. Let's see, Duan.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
I mean, no offense, but it looks like you've kind of had enough already. Let's see, I'm JJ48. I'm just here to check out the swoop races. I don't have much use for the Republic. I'm searching for some ancient ruins, or maybe a long-forgotten star map. I hear you Sith are taking an interest in the Selkath youth. Where I'll be going now. Oh yeah, maybe if she's had enough to drink, maybe she'll talk about this. Okay. Yeah, you know anything about Selkath youth?
We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
It seriously looks like if you unwind any more, you're gonna just fall to pieces, but, heard anything about ancient ruins or a long-forgotten star? That seems like something a drunk Sith officer, or I guess I don't even know if she's an officer, but a trooper would know about.
You some kind of historian or something. You should forget about the past, look towards the future. That's why I joined the Sith. The Republic is old news. And then I get stuck on Manaan, the worst post in the galaxy. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, KotOR or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
For someone who doesn't want to talk, you sure do a lot of it, so... Yeah, I'll be heading out.
Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Okay, well, let's have fun with that. You don't look like you're in much better condition. What's the bartender got to say? Greetings, human. There are a few places in Otto City where off-worlders are welcome, but here they are at least tolerated. What a welcome. I'd like to see what's in stock. I want to ask you a few questions. Bartenders might be a good place for questions. I'm far too busy to spend my time conversing, human. I must reserve my time for paying customers, not idle gossip. Oh, you're one of those kinds of bartenders, actually doing your job. Okay, well, I guess I'll be on. Alright, who's our other drunk Sith friend here?
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
Okay, yeah, it seemed totally just swarmed with ladies here. So I think what they're doing here is they have the drunk lady and the drunk guy, so that regardless of whether you're playing male or female, you're gonna get hit on by one of the drunk folks and be able to ask them a couple questions. So maybe the Iridorian mercenary was pretty talkative before. Does he know anything about the missing Selkath?
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian.
Okay. No, I want to ask you some questions.
Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some...
Okay. Have you heard anything about young Selkath going missing? Yes. You seem like you might be able to give me an answer.
Perhaps. But my business with the Selkath is my own.
Okay. Try to force persuade him. But I'm your friend. You want to tell me what's going on. Maybe Selkath would be interested in your activities. How many credits would it take to make your business my business? Or maybe I'll just gut you like a Selkath preparing an Orkana ray for lunch? Okay. Threatening, probably not the best thing, since we're still in a neutral zone. And he knows it. He's unlikely to be scared, and if he's working with the Selkath, he's probably going to be like, yeah, you're not going to do that. The Selkath are all over the place, but, knowing his bloodlust, he'll probably might also be like, okay, yeah, come to this place and we'll fight it out. That's not going to persuade him. It's just going to cause more trouble. Credits, he's already said he's not interested in credits. Threatening him with, maybe they'd be interested in the activities. We don't know what his activities are, so we don't know if that would be threatening or not. For all we know, the Selkath have hired him to do whatever unsavory stuff he's doing. Let's try and force persuade him. I mean, we're kind of friends. So yes, I'm your friend. You want to tell me what's going on.
An Iridorian has no friends, though I feel a strange kinship with you. You do not seem like the others of this world. Even the Sith here do not understand our kind. The Sith sought to buy my loyalty with credits, as if wealth could somehow quench my burning bloodlust. They would have been better off hiring an Echani for the errands they had me running.
What were you doing for the Sith?
The task paid well, but was boring and beneath me. I was told to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith embassy. Nothing more. I lied, I threatened, I promised, and I brought the most promising youth of the fish people to the Sith.
What then? What happened to the youths?
And there I left them. To what purpose I neither know nor care. Perhaps when the Sith learn I have betrayed their secret, they will try to kill me. I would welcome the excitement. Is there more you would ask of me, human?
No, I'll be going now. Thanks.
Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
No, but we're friends, remember? Or have a certain kinship or something. Okay. Is that enough for Shayless? Tell him that the Selkath youth are at the Sith. Human, you return. Have you information for me? Have you discovered the fate of the missing Selkath youth? Have you news of my daughter, Shasa? Okay. I have information for you, Shayless. Excellent, you've done well. What have you learned? The Sith hired an Iridorian mercenary to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith base. I see. This information is useful for a start, but it does little to explain the truth of this matter. You must know what purpose the Sith have for these youth. Are they prisoners of the Sith? Are they even still alive? I must know more, human. I must know what has happened to my daughter. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into this further. Actually, I'm headed over to the Sith embassy in a bit. Maybe I can investigate while I'm there. I cannot officially ask you to enter the Sith base, human. That would be a violation of Otto City's strict neutrality laws. However, I fear such a brazen act may be the only way to learn the truth. But entering the base will not be easy, and should you be captured or killed, I will have to disavow any knowledge of your actions. Well, I mean, naturally. Okay. I'll infiltrate the Sith base, Shayless, or forget it. I'm not about to break into the Sith base looking for your web-fingered offspring. No, I'll totally infiltrate it. I mean, I was planning on infiltrating it anyway, to get a Republic droid back, so, yeah. I wish I could be of more help, human. I will wait here. Return to me when you have something more to report. Okay. So let's see. That was the way we came in. So Selkath. The city is pretty large. I think it's gonna. I think most of these planets, it's gonna probably take us 2 weeks to get through at least. Oh, we have, okay, Sith diplomat, and that looks like a Republic diplomat, and a bunch of Selkath. So this is like some Selkath, officials area. The Republican Sith are arguing with officials trying to get.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor, but the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I'm aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witness reports clearly state your Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as the Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. Republic soldiers are 6-year-olds, I guess. I find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. Good neutral answer. I should throw all parties involved into the Otto City jail, but since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. Court is dismissed, though I warn you that further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. Okay. Judge Selkath, Judge KotOR, Judge Dula. Okay, well, we can talk to these people and
If it weren't for the Republic, Manaan would already be under Sith control. But we haven't heard one word of thanks from the Selkath.
Okay, that's all you want is just one word of thanks? Like, I actually know some Selkath who might be willing to give you a word of thanks. Some of them are, like, especially if it's just one word.
They say everyone on Manaan is equal, but it seems the Republic is a little more equal than the Sith. Neutrality? Ha! That's a laugh!
Okay. Judge Jehosa? Only those on legitimate business should consult the judges personally. For additional inquiries, Judge Selkath is available for consultation. Judge Nalashikan. Let's see, Judge KotOR, and who's the one over here? Judge Dula, that's right. Okay. Now let's see if Judge Selkath, the one that they're saying we can speak to, let's see if he's got, like, workforce or something. Target him. There we go. I am Judge Selkath, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manaan. It is my task today to answer the needs of off-world citizens of both the Republic and the Sith Empire. If you have legitimate grievances with another party, then you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? How did you know I was from the Republic? Is there a star map on this world? Or what do you know about the young Selkath who have been going missing? Okay, let's see what the judge has to say. Okay, yeah, how did you know I was Republic? Your ship registry is originally from the Republic world of Transel. Therefore, you are a Republic citizen. Yeah, totally. Transel. Are you saying you stole your ship? Nope, no, perfectly legitimate. It was won in a fair fight to the death after stealing it. In the attempt of stealing it. Let's see, is there more you need? I mean, technically, we intended to steal the ship, but then we were confronted by the owner, and he attacked us, so we fought back. So then, yeah, I guess we won it in fair combat then. And then it's not stealing, I guess. So is there a star map on this world? Star map? Not precisely, but Manaan holds many wondrous and exciting locales and treasures. KotOR, not the least of them. Our many shops and boulevards cater to the whim of any species and provide a vibrant nightlife that has to be seen to be believed. You're just going into a sales pitch here. Marketing. This and other tourist paraphernalia can be had from your local embassy, so do not waste my time with it. Okay, what about the young Selkath? Do the judges know anything? The court is unaware of any missing beings reports. Should any substantial evidence come up in regards to such a disappearance, you should file it with us, and an investigation will be launched. Okay. I have no more questions, Your Honor. Go and enjoy Auto City, and do not break any laws that we would have to lock you up for. Okay, so breaking laws that you don't have to lock me up for is perfectly okay. Good to know. This is... What's in here? Okay. Oh, this is the prison. Authorized personnel only. Okay. Only the arbiters are permitted into the prison cells, human. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be going now. Alright. Well, we have our pass key, so let us head over to let's head over to the Sith area and see if we can get inside. Right, let's see if oh, these are completed quests. So the strange stowaway was Sasha, not Shasa. Okay, let's go to active quests. And so we have missing Selkath. Been approached by a Selkath named Shayless. Young Selkath, including his daughter Shasa, wishes to hire you to find out what has happened to them. Okay, so we're going to go to the Sith embassy. Oh yeah, Griff wanted us to look for something. Don't think that was on this planet, though. Mission for the Republic. Okay, we're going into the Sith embassy to get the droid back. Okay, we need to go back to the Republic to figure out why they are hiring mercenaries. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the Sith embassy first, because after we go to the Sith embassy, we're going to want to go to the Republic embassy to, you know, return the droid or stuff anyway. So we can go to the Sith embassy first, then the Republic embassy, and then we should be able to head back to the cantina to go report to the Selkath that we spoke to. This does make it feel a lot more urban, though, than, like, Tatooine. With Tatooine, like, all of Anchorhead was just one big map that we could just go into the various buildings from. And then outside of that, we just had, like, desert areas that were wide open. This having to just, like, go from place to place, you know, through all these halls and stuff, makes it feel much more urban and developed. And it's just a lot more built up. Hello again. I totally have a completely legitimate Sith keycard.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy.
I have this pass card.
If you have a pass, why are you bothering me with it? Just go in.
Oh, yeah, sure. I just wanted to... I was testing if you knew that I was allowed to go in.
You there. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here?
Okay, so we can say we have a pass card. I don't have to tell you, I have higher authority. Lie. Or force persuade. We are authorized to be here. We kind of are authorized to be here. Not by the Sith, but the Republic have told us we should come here, so that's a type of authorization. So yes, we are authorized to be here.
You! I don't recognize you. I know the face of every Sith on this planet. We'll get to the bottom of this. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately. You authorize this person to enter? I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
Okay, guess we're doing it this way then. Okay, Juhani's kinda looking low. We'll try to heal her up. Okay. So step 1 of stealthily sneaking into the Sith compound, success. Okay, nerve enhancement package. Alright, that's good. Okay, that's elevator to Otto City, so that's where we leave. An Ichani foil. Can I give you like a lightsaber and a melee weapon? Will that work? Oh, we can. It's not really balanced for offhand weapon, though. These swords were crafted to honor Raskta Feni, the best Ichani duelist of her time. Many were sold, but imperfections in the difficult lightsaber deflecting cortosis weave caused few to survive. Ooh. Very nice critical range, though. And nice attack modifier, 515. Okay, we'll go ahead and give this to you in your offhand. It should be pretty good. Okay.
Sure.
Alright, let's...
Ready.
What is it?
We're out of combat, we can just heal everybody up, and then we'll work on regaining our force points over time. Nice.
Yes?
Go ahead and save. See if we have enough time to explore the Sith compound, or if we need to, how far we can get before heading next week. Okay, so that's where we came in. Let's just kind of follow to the right. Whoa. Ow. Guess that's a sealed door. Okay, door's been permanently sealed. Okay. Flow control room. Okay, oh. No, okay, there we go. Target. target you guys, and I'm just gonna throw my lightsaber over at you. Did Juhani just run out into that other hall? Juhani, where'd you go? Oh. Yeah, she ran all the way down the hall here to face a couple Dark Jedi. Looks like she did take out one, so that's good, but... yeah, we're not there yet, Juhani. You should stick with the rest of the group. Yeah, and now Juhani's down. Being able to deflect a lot of the blaster bolts is very helpful. This is looking like it's a little bit loud, so okay, that might be a little better. Okay. Only have regular med packs, no more special med packs. Out of force points, so I can't force heal everybody. Karth! You seem to be channeling mission. You are a ranged attacker. You don't charge into melee. Let's see if we can go pick up Juhani. Rescue her from the Dark Jedi. Ow. Karth, you gonna do something? Okay, you are attacking, good. Okay, now Karth's down. Okay, this is gonna be a tough fight with the Dark Jedi involved. Sorry, if you guys can just let me... Ah. Okay. Okay, so I think this would go a lot better, Juhani, if you didn't run off by yourself and get killed. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on her. If she starts running towards that door again, we're going to take control and see if we can stop her. Unless, maybe we do this way. Maybe we'll end up coming across the Jedi from the other side, and then we can encounter them first. And take them out before we go into the room with everybody. That might work. We'll kind of follow the left-hand wall instead of the right-hand wall. A war droid. Do we have enough parts to... Okay, this might be helpful. Let's reactivate the droid. Let's see. Patrol mode is 6. Can't do everything. We can do patrol mode. Then we can either do targeting systems, weaponry, shields. We can do any 2 of those. Let's go offense and hope that that'll be enough. Let's destroy his weaponry, targeting systems, and patrol mode. wonder if that's the robot we're looking for. Okay. Well, now we have the droid helping us. Just a little bit. I want to turn my camera more. For some reason, when in combat, it doesn't let me turn and see behind me. Here we go. Okay. Okay, well that droid didn't seem to last long, unless it walked the other way. Okay, well glad we spent all those repair parts on it. Maybe we should have gone with the shields instead. Okay, some droid parts. Okay, we got... Okay, this is the data module we've been looking for. Okay. So hopefully we got it before the Sith were able to crack it. We managed to retrieve the encrypted data module from the Sith base. Now you need to return it to Roland Wan so he'll know... So he'll tell you what he may know about the star map on this world. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and save. Oh. Okay, let's use an energy shield. These droids really don't seem to care much about lightsabers and blasters and whatnot. Hopefully this is a like armor thing. They have so much armor, and eventually we'll knock it off. And then they should start going down pretty fast. Otherwise, they just have constant damage resistance, which we're struggling to overcome. And that doesn't seem... that would not be good, so... Okay, let's... Juhani can't... doesn't have enough to force heal. Use some med packs.
Let's go!
I mean, they're not doing a massive amount of damage, other than against Juhani, who doesn't have much armor. But we're not doing much damage against them either. Just have Juhani kind of keep their attention. Oh, maybe if we have an ion grenade, maybe that would do something. Okay, well that did a bit. Okay. Yeah.
That hurt, I guess.
Missed. Missed. Okay, part of the issue seems to be that we're just having trouble even hitting them. Suggests very high armor. Maybe I can get a... So what about hyper-adrenal stamina? Let's go ahead and get some adrenal alacrity. That should help us hit better. What can Karth get? Let's have him use a shield. We don't have another adrenal alacrity to give him. We're almost dead. Okay, we are dead. Down. Yeah, this I don't think we should be taking on this room. Seems a little bit of a challenge for us. Okay. Do we have an ion weapon? We could give to Karth. No, we don't have... Okay, we don't have like an ion blaster we can give to Karth. So let's try exploring this way first. Maybe we'll find like a computer terminal we can use to overload the droids or something. Hey, here's those Dark Jedi Juhani made friends with. Okay, let's... Okay, we'll run down. That's good. Okay, we're stasis. Juhani's still down, but we're not in the middle of like fighting 20 enemies, so that's good. Here, Karth, the blaster shots, I'm not sure how well those are working, so just go ahead and use a concussion grenade. He might actually be deflecting shots back at you, which would not be good. Okay. Actually, that's a good point. If he's deflecting shots back, then... Okay, we actually don't have any more melee weapons, because we got rid of all of our extra weapons. Okay. Okay, this is looking less good than it was. Can you cut me with a lightsaber more than I can heal from you cutting me with a lightsaber? It's looking like the answer is yes. But Ah, you thought I was going to heal again. And I just didn't heal, I shot you. Okay, we have crystal. Advanced aural amplifier. Okay. Ooh, a lightsaber! Okay, a short lightsaber even, so that's good for an offhand. So, okay, Juhani, we can give you a real lightsaber now. This is your second. Okay, so it's 616 plus 9. Okay, so a little bit less damage, but it makes her main lightsaber more likely to hit. And we can give it some crystals to upgrade, so. Okay. So this is a shorter style lightsaber often used in the offhand during two-weapon fighting. Okay, I don't suppose we can warp back from here, can we? No. Okay, because we're all kind of wounded. I think at this point it would be best to leave so that we can warp back and heal up. Oop. You there, human. You are placed under the arrest of the Otto City Civil Authority. What? What? Why? Where I've done nothing wrong. Never take my life. Oh yeah, what charge do you have? Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It would seem that contact had been cut. Yeah, that was me. Cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost and fighting apparently began. It is the conclusion of the Otto City Civil Council that you are responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest. You will come with us to await your trial. This is unfortunate. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manaan. We will leave. Now, do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force. Okay, can I get medical attention, please? Was not expecting this. We'll see. I was kind of curious what would happen when we went out, but... Greetings, human. I am called Voilas, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial. Arbiter? I don't need anyone to represent me. Or what have I been charged with? Get me out of here. Yeah, what have I been charged with specifically? You have been charged with initiating violence within the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambassadorial Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding our own laws regarding violence in Otto City. Okay. Well, how will you get me free? What can I do? Or it's all the Sith's fault? Okay, well, what can I do? I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I've already been given all relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be disregarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Embassy? I was invited. Or I had authorization to enter. Or I broke in. Probably best not to lie to your lawyer, if you can help it. So yeah, we broke in. Yeah. Illegal acts seem to be a common occurrence among you off-worlders. I am not terribly surprised by your actions, but the judges will want to hear a little more convincing reason. Okay. What is your prior association with the Sith? I have no prior association. I'm on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy. Or I would kill them wherever I can find them. Well, I have no prior association is going to be easily disproven. The Sith would probably be able to be like, oh yeah, we have records of this guy being wanted on Taris before we destroyed it. So, and just saying I slaughtered them, that's not really gonna to help my defense, I think. So I'm on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy, and that's why I broke into the embassy? Sure. The Sith are an expansionistic power, true, and at war with the Republic. You may make it your personal mission to foil them, but the authorities take a dim view of it taking place here. Sorry, I'm the main character of a video game, didn't think rules applied to me. I think you will need a more thorough explanation in order to convince the judges. That should be all the information I require of you for now. If you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you are ready. I can't say anything about, like, hey, there's missing Selkath, and I was told the Sith had kidnapped him. Yeah, don't you need to ask more questions? Let's get the trial started, or I can represent myself. Don't you need to ask anything else? I have all the information I need. We should proceed now. The judges are waiting. How can you expect to defend me without getting more information? I think this trial is relatively straightforward. It should be obvious to the judges what has transpired. Aha. I'm not sure I like the sound of that, because you don't seem like you're actually trying to defend me at all. I think I'd rather represent myself. While that is your right, I strongly recommend against it. I am versed in all the necessary particulars of this case and Selkath law, Offworlder. You would do well to heed my advice. Okay, fine. Represent me. Might be able to, like, dismiss him if he starts saying too much. Hey, it's those droids that we couldn't defeat. You stand accused of the grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to the embassy here. How do you plead? My client pleads not guilty, Your Honors. Okay. Yeah, see, I just went into the Sith embassy all innocently, even had a pass card, and then I was just trying to be all friendly and force persuade them that they should let me be there, and that just out of nowhere they started attacking me. Completely their fault, not mine. Let the record show that this trial has commenced. Presiding are Judges Shelkar, Josa, Nalshikan, Kota, and Dula. This trial has determined the culpability and punishment of this individual in the recent assault on the Sith embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of the court and proceed directly. You have pleaded not guilty, yet there were reports of weapons fire and detonations from within the Sith embassy. You were seen entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of the disturbance. My client was there by circumstance and was not involved in the disturbance. It's not entirely... No, that's not true. I need to interrupt. What is it, Offworlder? Do you have something to say regarding your reasons for being there? That is not why I was there. I wish to dismiss my arbiter. Yeah, that's not why I was there. Let's see if we can tell them. Indeed, then your arbiter does not speak for you. He's going to try to tell them that we had absolutely nothing to do. That seems like that's going to be a very weak case. I think trying to go the route of like, hey, we were provoked, and the Sith started it will be much better. So yeah, I wish to dismiss the arbiter. Is this true? Do you wish not to retain my services? Yes, I will defend myself. As my client demands, I shall retire. Now then, what is your explanation for being at the Sith Embassy? The Sith lured me inside. I was working for the Republic. I was investigating the disappearances of young Selkath. I was killing Sith. See? Simple. Not the best defense, I think. It was just a coincidence, in which case why did we dismiss our arbiter? I was investigating the disappearances of young Selkath. Let's go with that. You believe that the Sith have had something to do with these disappearances? Or with those disappearances? The Offworlder has probably been listening to Shayless and his rumor-mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption, human? Have the Sith been implicated? Proof? No. I do have testimony from a murderous, bloodthirsty mercenary, though, if that would help. You'll need to come up with a better excuse than that, Offworlder. Okay. Then the Sith lured me inside by kidnapping a bunch of Selkath. Indeed, I am most skeptical of this statement. But it may be true. How was it they lured you inside? What bait did they use? I was there for diplomatic negotiations. They were secretly trying to lure me to the dark side. They offered me a job. I mean, the mere presence of the Sith, I think, is kind of a lure to the dark side. So, and not many people know about it, so it is kind of a secret. So, yeah, totally dark side. This mystical dark side you Jedi keep speaking of is a convenient excuse. Basically, they wish to hire you away from the Republic. How then did the fighting start? I refused and they attacked. They tried to double-cross me. I felt like showing them who was boss. So let's see. We went down there. We talked to them. They said we shouldn't be there. We refused that and said that we should be there, and then they attacked. So yeah, we refused and they attacked. Preposterous. That does sound like something the Sith would do. I'm inclined to believe the Offworlder. We will adjourn to debate your story and the charges brought against you. Hopefully the fact that I changed my story right in the middle of everything doesn't reflect poorly against me. We have reviewed your case and decided that there is not enough evidence to convict you of this crime. The provocations of the Sith are well known, and we will be issuing a memo to censor against them. Their embassy is considered off-limits to all Ahto City security personnel. Okay, hopefully we can go back inside. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until this matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protections of Selkath law. Okay. You have been found innocent and may leave as you desire. This trial is now over. Now may I please go get some medical attention. Items lost. What item did we lose? Okay, I don't think they took our encrypted data module. I hope they didn't. Sith hangar key. Prison key. Oh, that's from Dantooine. Data module. Okay, we still have the data module. Okay, so I was worried that maybe they're like, oh, we're confiscating this because you took it from the Sith base or something, but... Okay, let's go back to the Ebon Hawk, and this seems like a good place to stop for tonight. So, we started investigating the Sith base, got killed a couple times, and then arrested for something that was totally our fault, but I guess the Sith aren't exactly squeaky clean either, so... but what this does mean is we should be able to go back to the Sith embassy, and you'll notice that they said, like, yeah, until we figure out what's going on, you know, we're censoring, you know, the Sith, and we're not going to be responding to call, you know, security alerts in their base and stuff. So that should mean we can go back inside, and regardless of what we do, we won't get arrested again. So yeah, it seems pretty good. I'm kind of curious what would have happened if we had lost the trial, or like if we had allowed the guy to keep representing us. When I do the second playthrough, or you know, kind of like a dark side playthrough, I might have to try that just to see what happens. So with that, we should be doing all streams next week. So I guess thank you for joining me, and have a good week, and see you next time.